If you live in West Yorkshire and you're a man, be prepared to be targeted by police after West Yorkshire has introduced specialist training for frontline police and leaders within the force to protect women during their Flavour of the Month, the Violence Against Women and Girls campaign. More than 650 police constables will take part in the training, which is said to focus on active bystander training, influencing sustainable changes in police officer behaviour whilst addressing wider workplace behaviours. Now, it sounds to me like a load of old codswallop, much like the common purpose training that they went through and the black history training they went through. All this does is condition the mind of police constables to no longer think for themselves and instead react to every incident with these new ideas in their heads, creating a new bias against certain members of the communities. No doubt a company that's only recently formed that promotes equality training at an extortionate cost will be training these police idiots who clearly haven't the slightest bit of common sense between them. Apparently the curriculum was developed with the aim of influencing sustainable changes in police officers' behaviour and adapting a culture where intervention by officers is seen as the norm. In other words, getting themselves involved in more situations that have got fuck all to do with them, and then escalating those situations into one that they can make an arrest. Now, don't get me wrong, I've said before that people who are violent should be dealt with, whether that's towards women, men or children, but injecting yourself in a uniform into a situation can often create an issue where there was none, and that arguing with your partner, for example, is a common fact of life which, if left alone, many will just fizzle out. By all means, if somebody's raising their fists, then that's threatening behaviour. That is something police should get involved with, but chatting a bird up in a club who later decides she's not interested and is seen telling somebody to go away is not a reason to get involved. But this training and this propaganda we're seeing is indoctrinating police to believe that they should be getting involved with more and more situations that have nothing to do with them. It's almost like the police would rather get involved and create an issue to make an arrest rather than hold back, watch what's actually happening, and only stepping in if it comes to a point where the person oversteps the line from banter or arguing into threatening behaviour. Detective Superintendent Vanessa Rolfe, West Yorkshire Police's Violence Against Women and Girls lead, said, "I am pleased we are able to offer additional training to our officers to enable those working in frontline positions to look at welfare, behaviour and cultural change, which will play a crucial part in the wider Violence Against Women and Girls strategy. We must aid our officers with the knowledge and understanding to ensure we are in the best possible position to support those who need it." Now, to be fair to the police here, some of this training will be used allegedly to help promote the grassing up of colleagues and or stepping in and challenging a colleague's behaviour, but as we all know too well, that's highly unlikely to happen. I've only ever seen one video of police arresting one of their own whilst they are all on duty, and that was for assaulting a man who was on the ground in handcuffs, and that was in the USA. But that's still 100% more than I've ever seen happen here in the UK. No. Instead, they will continue to take out their frustrations on the general public. So if you are a man living in West Yorkshire, make sure you always have your camera phone to hand when you see one of these cretins in blue approaching you, because, much like the increase in arrests after every new idea comes to the police, I can see a lot of people getting arrested for non-existent crimes or from the police exacerbating situations in order to make an arrest.